Hey, I'm Matt, and it is bleeping cold. It is currently 28 degrees in Oklahoma. Well, I'm in Oklahoma City right now. I'm headed to work. And when I get off work, it's supposed to be in the mid to high teens. So, whenever I have a kid whose age is higher than the temperature, yeah, it's cold. That's why I'm all bundled up. Got this awesome hat on. But hey, I'm here to talk about football, primarily Oklahoma football. Oklahoma played Iowa State and won by 1 point. And Sooner Nation are losing their damn minds. All over Facebook, all over Twitter. Fire Grinch, fire Lincoln Riley. Get rid of Jalen Hurts. Kick him off the team. It's Spencer Rattler's time. Let Rattler get out there and rattle the defense. Let him get out there and rattle the defense. I actually saw that on Facebook. People thinking that they know how to coach defense. So they're talking. I saw this post on Facebook. Well, if I was a defensive coach, all we would practice, no scheme, no nothing, just tackling. That'd be all we practice all day long, is just tackling. Tackle. That's all practice would be. Tackling. No scheme, no conditioning, just tackle. That's all we would practice, is tackling. Because I played Madden football, and my guys always tackle. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay, for one thing, Iowa State does not get blown out. Iowa State is a good football team. Iowa State has been in the top 25 this year. Iowa State was supposed to be in the running for a Big 12 championship. They lost a couple games they weren't supposed to. Dear Lord. Nobody's in the lane he was getting into, yet he kept hitting his brakes. And he is leaning over the steering wheel like he's scared. But yeah, people sitting there talking about fire Grinch, fire Lincoln, fire, get rid of Jalen Hurts, kick him off the team. It's Rattler's turn to shine. Rattler's time to shine. And I mean, they're just going absolutely. You would have thought we lost and had a losing season. We've lost a game. Okay? We're only behind Baylor in the Big 12 rankings. And that's because they're undefeated. We're the highest ranked team in every poll out there from the Big 12. Yet people were talking about how that's it, Oklahoma's not going to be in the Big 12 championship because we won a game. We won a game, and people are talking about how Oklahoma's not going to be in the Big 12 championship and how Oklahoma is not going to be in the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to be in the playoffs or not. Alabama lost, and traditionally when Alabama loses, the playoff committee since they have such a hard-on for Alabama, they put them in the playoffs. So I don't know if OU is going to be in the playoffs or not. Heck, I don't know who's going to be in the playoffs. As of right now, it'd definitely be LSU, Clemson, even though they haven't played anybody. And then it gets tough. Oh, Clemson, Ohio State, those three definitely. And then I don't know, because there are a lot of one-loss teams out there that are very deserving. And I don't know. I don't know who the fourth team would be. The committee would have another SEC team in there, knowing the committee. They'd put Georgia or Alabama, even though Georgia has one of the worst losses. The team that beat them just lost to Appalachian State. Appalachian State is not even a Division I They're not even a Division I team. They're not even a Power 5 team. They're not even a Group of 5 team. They are in the bowl subdivision, a completely different division of college football. And the team that beat Georgia just lost to that team. So I don't think Georgia should be in there, but if it was right now, the committee would probably put Alabama in there. I'm not saying I would. I wouldn't, because who's Alabama played? First time they played anyone worth a damn, they got beat. So, and Alabama fans be like, well, Tua was injured. Tua was injured. Okay, then why was he playing? Why was he playing? Injuries happen. Yep, injuries happen. Happened to OU last year with Rodney Anderson, but nobody was saying anything about that. You know, nobody was saying anything about that. Heisman candidate gets injured, still win the conference championship. But nobody said anything about that. But everyone's talking about how Tua was injured. Tua turning the ball over was injured. He was injured. Okay, did that injury cause him to fumble with absolutely nobody around him? You know? And I've heard Alabama fans are calling for Nick Saban to be fired. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. If I was Nick Saban, I would, at the end of the season, win, lose, or draw, don't care what bowl game I'm in, anything. I would at the press conference be like, I'm tired of coaching for an ungrateful fan base. I'm out. But instead of giving peace, I'd drop this finger and just leave this finger up. But, you know, a lot of the blue blood fan bases are like that. A lot of them are like that. Hell, OU's, there's the true fans. The true fans who say, if we don't win a national championship, then it was a horrible season. If we don't beat every team by 50, it was a horrible season. The true fans. Hell, I've been an OU fan my entire life. I was in the South whenever OU played LSU in the championship game. I was stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, which is in the South, SEC country, whenever OU lost to Louisiana in the LSU in the championship game. I still repped OU. Matter of fact, my platoon sergeant was Jamarcus Russell, the quarterback for LSU. He wasn't starting at that time, but my platoon sergeant was his older brother. And he was giving me a hard time. So I went out and got my OU tattoo. I'm all bundled up. I can't show it. But I have an OU tattoo on my forearm. I went out and got that and showed it to him. And I was like, call me a bandwagon fan again. Like, I went home from the hospital when I was born in an OU football jersey. Granted, it was homemade, handmade by my couple of great aunts made it. But still, it was an OU football jersey. Both of my biological sons went home from the hospital in OU jerseys or OU gear because Ronnie was born so early that the OU jersey we got him to wear home from the hospital didn't fit him. So he had an OU onesie. He went home from the hospital in an OU beanie. So, heck, my oldest biological son, who was born in 2003, his name is Quentin. Yeah, who played for OU in 2003? Around that time. Was it Quentin Griffin? And my oldest biological son's name who was born at that time, his name is Quentin. So my youngest son is named after my father-in-law, who had a very serious injury, traumatic brain injury that we did not think he would survive. Dang, I'm really early to work. Really early. I left early because it's supposed to be winter weather. We're under a winter weather advisory, and the windshield was iced up when I got in the van. But I didn't know the condition of the road, so I left really early, and I arrived to work. Let's just say I don't clock in for 37 minutes. So, yep. So I'm going to sit here and continue to talk. Lucky you. But, yeah, my father-in-law had a traumatic brain injury. He didn't think he was going to survive, so we named my youngest son after him. You know, might have had a different name, maybe OU related, but my wife and I are huge OU fans. Heck, that's my keychain. I have OU stickers on the van. We'll always have OU stickers on the van. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'll move you up here. Dang. Look at that gray. Holy cow. You tell Ronnie stop giving me all that gray hair. But that there, that in there, this hair for some reason over here goes behind my ear, and this hair over here doesn't. So, dang, that's a lot of gray. One stripe, just whoosh, gray hair. Of course, I got more gray hair there. My beard. My wife thinks this is gray, but it's not. It's blonde. Dear Lord. But yeah, maybe OU's defense the last few years has given me this gray hair. But they have shown improvement. It's the first year in Coach Grinch's system. First year in that system. He hasn't been able to recruit his guys. Okay? He hasn't been able to recruit to his system. So he likes longer, lanky, fast guys in the defensive secondary. OU has shorter, more compact, fast guys. Okay? That was what Mike Stoops liked. And Coach Grinch, Alex Grinch, he likes longer, lanky, can run, can, has the more basketball player types. Think more basketball player types that have a long wingspan and are athletes and can run all day. Which we don't have people that fit that system. Dang, it's drying me out. Dang. To fit that system, but people are already calling for Grinch to be fired. OU's defense has been down into the top 50. I don't know after these last two games, but have been in the top 50 in the nation. At one point, it was the second best defense in the Big 12. Yet people are calling for him to be fired because we won a game by only 1 point. Yeah. I mean, the way some OU fans are acting, it's like Coach Grinch is stealing their Christmas. Did you like that little play on words? Alex Grinch, the Grinch who stole Christmas. Yeah. The old Doctor Who one, the original animation. Not this Jim Carrey one or the new one that just came out, even though I've seen them, and Ronnie really likes the new one that came out. But, yeah, I'm an old school type of guy. You can tell by the gray hair. I'm an old school type of guy. Yeah. In fact, my earrings, 1981, have the year I was born. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll gotta turn that a little bit. For some reason, it's because the camera's way over there, so to show that, my face is off. But yeah, back to OU football. I'm very proud to be a Sooner. Very proud to be a Sooner. Very proud to live in Norman, Oklahoma. Very proud. Very proud. Now that reminded me when I said I live in Norman, Oklahoma. Coach Stoops, OU related. Coach Stoops, who's coaching the Dallas Renegades for the XFL. LSU fired their, or not LSU, FSU, Florida State University fired their coach. And there were rumors on Twitter and Facebook that Coach Stoops is going to be the next head coach at Florida State. That he was in Tallahassee, finalizing the contract, which he, at the time, he was in Florida, but he was in Miami, the Miami area. He was at that new hotel that's shaped like hotel casino that's shaped like a Gibson guitar. He was there. He was doing some benefit thing for Dan Marino's foundation. I don't know what it's called. I just know it's Dan Marino's foundation. He was doing some benefit thing for that in the Miami area. And Twitter guy who was like, yeah, okay, the cord is bent like this. It's like that. And I touched it and it knocked the phone off. And when it knocked the phone off, it stopped recording. But I'm back. Twitter guy was saying that it's a done deal. And someone goes, who's your source? He goes, well, my uncle has a friend who lives in Tallahassee. Or lives near Tallahassee. And this information is coming from him. Really? Your uncle has a friend who lives near Tallahassee. I live in Norman, Oklahoma. Does that give me an inside scoop for the football program? No. You know, I live in Norman, Oklahoma. I live, how many miles? 3 to 5 miles from the school itself. Closer to 3. From the university itself. Does that mean I have inside knowledge of the university? Does that mean that I had inside knowledge whenever Coach Stoops was going to step down and Lincoln Riley was going to be named head coach? No. You know where I found that information out? Up here at work, in the bathroom, standing at the urinal. I pulled out my phone, had ESPN notifications that Coach Stoops has stepped down and Lincoln Riley was going to be named the next head coach. That's how I found out. Via ESPN, just like everybody else. Just because I live in Norman doesn't mean I had an inside track on the football program. Okay? That doesn't mean that I knew that Coach Grinch was going to be hired before everyone else knew. Heck, only thing I knew was because fans were talking about he was a possibility. Same thing with the defensive coordinator from Alabama. That young guy. Ugh. So, just because you know someone or you yourself lives in the same town or near the same town as the university doesn't mean you have inside knowledge. Okay? Doesn't mean you have inside knowledge. It means you have knowledge on stuff like this. I know that Mike Stoops likes to go, or when he was here, he liked to go running around the football stadium. He'd go running around the football stadium in shorts and a white OU t-shirt. You know how I know that? Because I almost hit him with my car. Because I was inching forward. I was looking at the stadium because they had just remodeled it. And I was looking at the stadium. Man, that south end zone looks good. Or no, they're fixing to. And I was looking. I was like, man, how's this going to look? And I'm inching forward. And all of a sudden I see a guy just jump out in front of my car. I was at a light. And it was Coach Stoops. I do know that Baker Mayfield, not the best driver in the world. I was next to him at a stoplight, and once the light turned, this is on Main Street, Norman, which is a one-way street. Once you get to East Norman, around downtown, and I think my fingers are jacked up. Years of playing football, but down, can't keep them straight. This pinky here. See, I got a scar right there from playing football. Right there. And where's it on the pinky? Focus. See it right in there. Playing football, played center, and the nose guard got mad at me because I took his legs out from underneath it. Hey, I wrestled too, so I dove at his legs and came up and flipped him. And he stomped on my hand. So, there. Cut me there. Cut me. Yeah, cut me there. I think that's from something else. And then also on the pinky. Oh, and also there. Yeah. Stomped on my hand, cut me. Yeah, finished the game. But where was I? Yeah, it doesn't give you inside information. Main Street. Main Street, I remember because I was like this. Main Street, he was in the middle lane, and once the light changed, he changed lanes, and then changed 3 lanes back, and he was just looking down at his phone the whole time. So I don't know how he drives now. Now he's a professional. So I don't know that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say bye. I'm going to go inside. But moral of the story, don't be one of those fans. Don't be one of those fans that something doesn't go your way and you think because you play Madden on easy mode or you're still playing NCAA 2008 on easy mode and you blow out teams all the time. You blow out teams all the time and you don't let them score a single touchdown. And you score 70-something points on them. 70-something points on them. You only put up 42 points. And let the other team score 41 points. Doesn't mean that you know how to coach. Okay? Doesn't mean you know how to coach. All right? See ya.